Hi students, this video I will explain about respiration, types of respiration and respiration in plants. Respiration is the process of biochemical oxidation of nutrients. So respiration is the process in which the food we take through nutrition gets oxidized to release energy to perform various activities. So it is a catabolic process. What do you mean by catabolic process? It is a process in which complex organic compounds are broken down into simpler ones with the liberation of energy. So it is a catabolic process in which exchange of gases takes place between the body and the outside environment. So here food is getting oxidized to liberate carbon dioxide, water and energy. And here this process of conversion of glucose to pyruvate, or it is known as glycolysis, which is taking place in the cytoplasm of the cell. And after this, the conversion of pyruvate into another substance depends upon the presence or absence of oxygen. So first step, it is 6 carbon compound is converted into a 3 carbon compound, that is pyruvate. It is taking place in the cytoplasm. This is common for aerobic as and anaerobic. And the next one, pyruvate is converted into carbon dioxide, water and 38 molecules of ATP in presence of oxygen in mitochondria. So that is what is taking place during aerobic respiration. Okay, second step, pyruvate is converted into carbon dioxide and water with the liberation of 38 molecules of ATP. It is taking place in mitochondria, where in the oxygen is utilized. So that is aerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration can be of two types. That one is alcoholic fermentation, another one is lactic acid fermentation. Alcoholic fermentation is taking place in yeast. So after the conversion of glucose to pyruvic acid, in the absence of oxygen in yeast cell, pyruvic acid is converted into ethanol, carbon dioxide and 2 molecules of ATP. So here the energy produced will be less. Then during lactic acid fermentation, pyruvic acid is converted into 2 molecules of lactic acid, which is taking place in the muscle cells and with the liberation of 2 molecules of ATP. It is an incomplete breakdown of sugar into lactic acid and energy. It is because of the accumulation of lactic acid due to which we will get muscle cramps after doing prolonged exercise and all. Okay, so here ATP molecule liberated will be only 2 molecules. So what is the difference between aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration? Aerobic respiration is taking place in the presence of oxygen. So the energy liberated will be large amount of energy. Anaerobic respiration occurs in the absence of oxygen, releasing relatively small amount of energy. Then in aerobic respiration, each glucose molecule produces 38 molecules of ATP. In anaerobic respiration, each glucose molecule produces 2 molecules of ATP. Okay, then next is respiration in plants. We all know that plants do not have any special organ to perform respiration. So the exchange of gases through stomata and the large intercellular spaces is taking place in plants. So root, stem and leaf of a plant are involved in this process. So process of respiration seems to be rapid in the case of meristematic tissues, while it is slower in the case of matured cells. Meristematic tissues are undergoing rapid cell division. It is seen in the growing regions and growing tips, root tip, stem tip and all. Continuous cell division is taking place. Because of that they need more energy. So the rate of respiration will be more in that particular regions. Here during diffusion, oxygen diffuses into the root hair and passes into the root cells. from where the carbon dioxide from the root cells, carbon dioxide moves out into the soil. This is how diffusion is taking place in the roots. In the case of stem, in woody plants, gaseous exchange occurs through the small pores in the stems called the lenticels. In the case of leaves, respiration takes place by diffusion of oxygen through stomata into the cells of the leaf, from where the carbon dioxide is released into the atmosphere. So, stomata helps in the exchange of gases in leaves. So, during daytime, when photosynthesis occurs, the carbon dioxide is rapidly used up for what? It is used up for photosynthesis, while the oxygen is used up in the respiration. During night time, the elimination of carbon dioxide is taking place. Okay. Then respiration in animals. If we are considering the aquatic organisms, the breathing rate is always higher than that of the terrestrial organisms. Why? Because aquatic organism uses dissolved oxygen in water. There the oxygen content is very less. Okay, aquatic organism utilize oxygen dissolved in water for respiration. Since the amount of dissolved oxygen is fairly low than the amount of oxygen in the air, aquatic organism breathe more rapidly on than terrestrial organisms. Then, what are the special features for the respiratory surface in the case of aquatic organism? It needs to be thin. So, the respiratory surface should be very thin. Then, it should be moist to speed up the diffusion. Then, it should be having a large surface area, and it should have a good transport supply. Then respiration in terrestrial organisms. So terrestrial organisms use atmospheric oxygen for respiration, and so they should have a highly developed respiratory system or respiratory surface. In the case of amoeba and planaria, cell membrane is enough because they are unicellular. Because of that, diffusion is only taking place, so cell membrane is enough. Earthworm and leech, moist skin. Fish and other aquatic organisms, gills are present. Frog, moist skin and lungs are used. Grasshopper, other insects, spiracles and air tubes are used for respiration. Birds, a lizard and terrestrial, other terrestrial animals uses lungs. So, in next video, I'll explain about respiration in human beings. Thank you.